神韵世界艺术团2月16号晚莅临明尼苏达州圣保罗市，将在当地知名的奥德威表演艺术中心连演4场。首演当晚，主流精英纷纷而至，盛赞神韵纯善纯美的音乐和舞蹈，演出深刻的精神内涵也引起了观众的共鸣。
It was amazing. I could not believe how they could flip the way they did. And those shoes, do they really dance in those shoes? I'm like, wow.
The costumes are magical. It's magical. They're just beautiful and you get lost in it. I think it's the color and it's the way that they're moving their bodies with the fabric. It feels very magical to watch. It feels like you're in a different place.
It's very unique. I like the way they disappear behind the scene and then appear in the sky. That's very clever.
I'm here with my daughter who's 12, and it's really fun to learn about the heritage and the history and the stories that are told. I mean, it's really amazing.
Everything that came out of that lady while she played is like she and the music was one. It wasn't just the instrument itself. It was just her and the instrument was one, and it was amazing.
神韵歌曲寓意深刻，唤醒神性，触动观众内心久远记忆。
It just reminded me about how the Creator created all of us, and that if we didn't stick on the same path, we won't go home. And that reminded me to get back on my path.
观众纷纷表示，会让自己的家人和朋友都来分享观看神韵的喜悦。
Come and see it. I would tell everybody to come and see it.
I can bring my granddaughter in. I can bring my family, and it's all, and they would get that joy. It's just they feel that joy inside.
神韵世界艺术团在明州圣保罗市的演出，目前所有场次已全部售罄，主办方2次加座都无法满足观众需求，开始销售站票。新唐人记者安心吴辉，明州圣保罗市报道。
资深戏剧导演艾瑞克·哈根和夫人一起观看了神韵世界艺术团2月17号在明州圣保罗市的演出。哈根被神韵动态天幕的运用深深折服，他认为神韵的高水平大制作无人可比拟。
The patented invention of bringing objects from the backdrop down to the stage, I think was very inventive and effective. I thought it really worked very well.
艾瑞克·哈根是南达科他州一家具有70多年历史的戏剧公司董事，曾任南达科他州大学戏剧系主任和教授，是资深戏剧导演和舞台艺术总监，导演过包括莎士比亚经典戏剧等150多部舞台剧。他认为神韵以舞蹈和音乐的艺术形式打破语言和文化障碍，生动呈现中华历史。
I think storytelling through movement is very effective and must be an ancient tradition in China. And it has been mastered beautifully through this production. The body as poetry and spirit on the stage. And so that has special value, I think.
二胡演奏家人情合一的演奏让艾瑞克·哈根赞叹不已。
This artist with this instrument was able to communicate more than what a great violinist might even be able to do. So the instrument and the artist together were very effective. It really came out of the orchestra beautifully and was a very effective accent piece to the production.
神韵完美呈现中华传统价值观，艾瑞克·哈根非常敬佩，感到收获很大。
Values of love and compassion and brotherhood and loyalty and justice, and those are all universal values that anyone can appreciate. I'm glad that I got a chance to see the show and to learn more about Chinese culture and this aspect of Chinese culture.
艾瑞克·哈根认为神韵的独特之处和高水平是美国戏剧公司无法比拟的。
Well, number one, I think these are Chinese stories, and it's deeply embedded in the Chinese DNA. But number two, the dancers, the skill that they have is something that has been learned over decades, and so it's very finely tuned, highly developed, like an Olympic athlete. And so I don't see that happening with a typical theater company in America. So I think it's very difficult for a typical American theater company to do anything like this.
新唐记者安心、吴辉，明州圣保罗市报道。
美国福克斯体育频道资深主播汤姆·汉曼2月18号在明州圣保罗市观看了神韵世界艺术团在该市的最后一场演出。他惊叹，观赏神韵的演出就是一场美妙的视觉飨宴。
Visually so wonderful. The music, the live music is just tremendous. Not only the beauty and the elegance, but the storylines are tremendous.
汤姆·汉曼是北部福克斯体育台资深篮球赛事主播和记者，是5次艾美奖获得者。他表示，神韵的每一个故事都让他感动。
All of the stories that are timeless and beautiful. And it's just, you're moved by the music. You don't need words often in stories here today to be moved by the great images that you're able to see. I've enjoyed each and every story, the costumes, the color. It's elegant, it's beautiful, and it's so much fun. It takes me away on a weekend in the middle of winter to enjoy a world away, and it just has been tremendous.
神韵恢复中华传统文化和精神价值，汤姆·汉曼感佩不已。
I think there's a general misunderstanding in this country about the heritage and the traditions of China because you don't think of spiritual, and yet it was there, and unfortunately so much of it was taken away. So it's wonderful to go back and see the rich history inclusive of a religious past. It's great.
他还表示会向同事们大力推荐神韵，让他们都来看。新唐记者安心、吴辉，明州圣保罗市报道。
美国职业花样滑冰运动员奥利维亚·奥特曼斯2月18号和家人一起观看了神韵世界艺术团在明州圣保罗市的最后一场演出。神韵舞蹈演员深厚的功底和高难度技巧让奥特曼斯非常敬佩。他表示，已经成为神韵的忠实粉丝，会向朋友大力推荐。
As for myself, I was really able to respect it so much. I was really impressed. It was amazing.
奥利维亚·奥特曼斯是美国职业花样滑冰新秀，曾和搭档获2014至2015年美国花样滑冰锦标赛中西部赛区冠军，全美花样滑冰锦标赛第11名。他表示非常能感受到神韵舞蹈演员所付出的努力，因为真的很难，他从内心里敬佩。
Amazing, very intricate. It makes me feel like I need to step up my game because of what I do, and it was just so. The athleticism was amazing, and it was wonderful. My background, I completely understand what they're going through when they're doing these hard tricks, and they're making it look so simple and so perfect. It's incredible.
他也为演员的美丽服饰着迷，很高兴成为神韵的忠实粉丝。
They were gorgeous. I love the colors and the patterns and the materials. They were so beautiful. I loved the large sleeves. That was one of my favorite parts. It was so beautiful. Yeah, very elegant, and I'm a huge fan now, so I loved it.
他表示一定会向朋友推荐神韵。
I go to see shows all the time, but this was my first time hearing about this and going to it, and I will definitely recommend it to my friends for sure.
新唐记者安心、吴辉，明州圣保罗市报道。
神韵世界艺术团2月16号到18号在美国明州圣保罗市演出4场，创造了佳作售罄的票房佳绩。神韵完美的大制作受到了各界的赞誉。
Well, it was well encapsulated in 2 hours of pure entertainment that was at times spiritual, mystical, musical, and very entertaining. So it was very well done.
I noticed that the gowns kind of brought the color up to the sky in their whole outfit. So it was really striking how everything was blended together so beautifully. I've already thought of things that I'm working on at work and how I can bring some of those colors into my work.
It's been a long time since I had an orchestra pit. And I tell you what, after a while, at first my eyes gravitated to it, and then before I knew it, they disappeared right there, and the music was just clean and crisp and fresh, and it was like, wow, this is beautiful.
Just the range of sounds, it's pretty incredible. I loved it. I've never heard it before, so it does sound like a woman's voice.
观众感到神韵传递的信息非常强大，令人震撼。
The government suppressing the spiritual practices of Chinese people, and I thought that was well represented in the performance today. I understood it and I appreciated it.
The message that was conveyed was overwhelming and powerful, especially the unprecedented crime. It was tear-jerking. The message that your higher power, your higher creator, the way can do anything. It can make a way where there seems to be no way.
神韵世界艺术团将从2月23号到3月11号在费城的玛丽安剧院演出20场。新唐人记者安心、胡辉，明州圣保罗市报道。
Oh, I love the show. It was more than what we thought it was going to be.
It really drew you in. I really was on the edge of my seat for a lot of it.
Was just all of the emotion that came out of the dance. Sadness, happiness, everything that you go through in life was just right there.
The color, the acrobats, the photography, everything. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
I think it shows that we're all of the same creator, and it was really fantastic to see it from another perspective.
电影试镜评委 Kevin Cooper 和多元文化语言学家 Kristen Collin 特别欣赏为了坚守信仰而反迫害的故事。
What really hit me home was the persecution and the reason to fight to believe in something. I thought that was very good.
But there was also a triumph and a togetherness, a unity to fight together for what was righteous, for what was dignified, and what was godly.
Because I think that when people believe in themselves and believe in something, especially in God, I think that's very, very admirable. This world can be very wicked, and the fact that you have faith and something to believe in, that basically means a lot. So.
软件公司创始人 Eric Lavo 先生和夫人 Vicky Lavo 牧师认为神韵的最后一个节目震撼人心。
Yeah, I liked the last one. They went out with a bang for sure.
Because you really saw heaven coming too, and you saw these people and what it was like for all of us to come together as creatures of God. It was just beautiful.
新唐人北中记者站，美国密西根州底特律市采访报道。
The music was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the dance choreography, so synchronized, so beautiful. Hearing the piece, the message that the soprano sang, her technique was outstanding. Her resonance, her control of her voice was really inspiring to me as a musician.
It was so beautiful, extremely colorful, stunning to watch. The technique was phenomenal. I loved how it felt so joyful, the whole thing, and yet there were pieces that were extremely touching and moving, and I loved that. I loved the different perspectives, the different dynamics. It was beautiful all around. It expressed things that you couldn't necessarily put into words, and the movements were so extremely together, very professional, very beautiful, and even the costuming brought out the different pieces. Like, I loved the ones with the long sleeves that represented heaven, what it's like in heaven, and I loved that. I thought that was so beautiful, extremely creative. The whole movement altogether brought out a lot of emotion that was from deep within and not just in words, and I loved it.
Jocelyn 女士还感受到了演出对心灵深处的共鸣，
很喜欢神韵所传达的讯息。
It did. It brought a sense of unity and peace. Hearing that everything's going to be okay, that we're going to get through whatever it is that we're going through, that God is on our side and we're all together like as a family. I loved that.
新唐人美中记者站密西根州底特律市采访报道。
2月17日，神韵北美艺术团在美国汽车之都底特律市底特律歌剧院的连续2场演出，场场爆满佳作。企业家凯文·罗伯森先生在观看了晚场的演出之后，激动地表示：“神韵是动感的诗歌，很高兴可以看到神韵提醒人们重视神性。”
Show's fantastic. It is. It's poetry in motion. It sounds like a cliche, but it truly is, and it's just a pageantry of colors. It's so coordinated.
Kevin Robertson 先生曾是成功的房地产企业家，还当过医生，并开过自己的急诊诊所。他很高兴看到神韵提醒人们记住神。
I particularly like the comments on China. Of how this would be suppressed in China, could never be portrayed. And I also like the focus on the divine, in the sense that, as in the name, Xinyun, the divinity within each individual, and how we've forgotten that, and it was a good reminder. It's the message of the show, and it's the highlight of the show, is the people have forgotten in their urban, secular ways the divinity within, and that needs to be refocused on again. And it's a good reminder of that.
Kevin Robertson 先生赞美神韵是流动的美，动感的诗歌。他表示，我们要心中有神，记住神的教导。
I've always been very blessed, and I've never forgotten that. I've never turned my face from God. Is there any other way? There's no other way. I mean, you have to stay focused on God and His Word. And I was glad to see people stand up in a standing ovation after that presentation was made. So I would recommend it highly. It's moving beauty, human poetry in motion, I guess, to reiterate that phrase.
新唐人美中记者站美国密西根州底特律市采访报道。
I've wanted to come to the show for years, and I finally had the opportunity. And especially for the Chinese New Year, I was really excited. It was perfect timing. I saw beautiful culture and history exemplified with people wearing gorgeous garments. The dancing was just exquisite. I can see why they say it's some of the best performers in the world, because I witnessed that today. I saw several messages intertwined in the performance, all very important in the culture. And I think it was very educational, because I learned a few things as well from communist China back, up from present day modern all the way to 2,000 years ago. And I also loved that there was a bigger picture, so to speak, behind all of the scenes. And I thought there was a nice emphasis put on something bigger than all of us. That's what I saw.
Something bigger, would you please elaborate?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I call it God. But I liked that there was certainly something that was exemplified in several of the scenes that showed to have faith in humanity and doing the right thing is good for everybody, and that the bad guys lose. That's what I saw.
阿巴特博士称赞女歌唱家的美妙歌声是最大亮点之一。
Oh, she was amazing. Oh, it was the highlight. And for me, that was one of the biggest highlights, was to hear her beautiful voice. It was absolutely gorgeous. I thought the lyrics were wonderful. The ones I particularly paid attention to were coming back to the goodness and going back to good values. I thought that was very good and done very well. I enjoyed that.
新唐人美中记者站美国密西根州底特律市采访报道。
2月18号下午，神韵北美艺术团在美国汽车之都底特律市的第4场演出再次售罄。底特律主流精英看完演出后纷纷表示，神韵传递的信息令人鼓舞，人类神性的一面需要觉醒。
I thought the spiritual message is very inspiring.
The message was that we are all united and there's a connection between everyone and the divine.
Well, that we're just all part of the divine, and you have to awaken and experience it, and that there's things that we're not always aware of in day-to-day life that we should be tuned into. I think it's important for us to become what we can be as humans and realize heaven on earth.
公司审计长 Chris Studer 先生从神韵看到与中国文化共通的地方。
Well, life is given to us as a gift from our Creator, and I've always believed that. And I didn't realize the history of China, I guess, and how the culture is based upon that. God's gift of beauty to all of us, Chinese as well as Americans, and acceptance for all, and we all thankful to our Creator.
The aspect of the divine, I think it's very, very special. I think, that it is your root, to be a good human being, be a very good person, yes. There are many different names for different religions, but I think we all believe in one God, and I think that God is very special to all human beings.
咨询公司创办人 Kowalski 女士表示，她希望与人分享神韵的讯息。
The lyrics of the song, when they spoke about how we're moving away from the divine being and how we need to get back closer, I just really feel like that is so true today. It is, there's definitely a movement away from God, and I think that's the result of a lot of the chaos in our world, and I think that's part of the message that was presented. I would like to share that message.
新唐人美中记者站美国密西根州底特律市采访报道。
It's been wonderful. It's been great to experience the culture of China.
I love the dance and the different periods, and especially the different dances, the folk dance versus the traditional dance. It really shows the difference in the culture.
加拿大国家旅游局国际伙伴关系总监 Heather Phelps 女士和道化学公司高级企业 IT 架构师 Steven Popovich 先生赞美神韵用精彩的音乐和舞蹈诠释中国历史和文化，让观众看到了中国传统的精神信仰，见识了一个具有悠久历史的中国。
Well, lots of different cultures from early China to more modern day, and the way that the history is being intertwined with the music, into the dance, into the themes of the music. It's been really wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm very much a novice on Chinese culture, but to understand the different dynasties and the changes in the Chinese culture, I find that interesting. Okay, I find that interesting because everything I've seen of China now, there is no spirituality. So I think this show brings that spirituality out and really opens my eyes to like what it was like before.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lost opportunity for the people of China not to be able to experience this wonderful show.
新唐人美中记者站美国密西根州底特律市采访报道。